Welcome to the Blue Green Ocean Road podcast. And here comes George.
Greetings, Dave. From the SS Poop Deck, it's Captain Morgan here on another episode of the Blue Green Ocean Road with your host, David R.R. Stenberg.
Poop is right.
How you been?
All right. I got I got rid of my Jeep.
No.
What do you mean no?
You got rid of it?
Yeah.
Oh, no. What'd you do?
I had it crushed into a cube. Little cube.
Oh.
Little
Must have been very satisfying.
Fine Chrysler product.
Couldn't get no green for it?
The front axle was about to fucking rot off because they don't undercoat the fucking things. 11 years in Rhode Island, it's done. It's done but a hazard, and it ain't getting. It was going to be like 1,500. I said nope. This is I see, trash it, just crush it, save a life. Piece of shit. Should have bought a Ford truck. There's anything Ford does well. You done good. I mean, you got a good truck.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's not as nice as they used to make them, So, I don't know.
No, it's tough. I mean, I don't know. You're not on a construction site or nothing, but I mean, if it came up, you could haul some stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got to put the plow on the truck, so I'll be plowing snow tomorrow morning.
Yeah, put the plow on, man.
Yeah. I waited to the last minute, so got to put it on today.
Yeah, you got to put it on today.
Chance.
That's no small feat.
No, it isn't. It's supposed to be easy on, but I end up wrestling the thing. It's a wrestling match to get the thing on.
Yeah.
And
we know what easy on means.
Yeah, there's no such thing, I think.
There's probably a picture of a woman doing it. Easy on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, an 80-pound woman doing it.
Yeah. She's smiling.
Seconds.
She's holding the plow.
That's right. She's mugging for the camera while she does it. Yeah.
You don't even see the plow, really.
I know, and she's doing it in very provocative clothing too. So.
Oh yeah. We had this flashing bender. You ever see those long things? They bend flashing. They're big and long.
Yes.
It folds sheet metal for flashing, right?
Right.
So anyway, this thing was ridiculously heavy, and the guy who owned it, he says, "Look at this box. On the box, they have a woman carrying it with a smile." And me and him are trying to hump it into his truck, and it was not a one-woman job.
No.
Hell of a picture.
Well, they have, there are these videos, YouTube, TikTok, whatever videos of these very small Chinese women, young, carrying extraordinary loads. They work in the forest, carrying huge logs and extraordinary loads. It's amazing what they can do, because, you've worked out in the woods like me, you know what it's like humping logs all day, and they're like making it look easy. And these are diminutive, Chinese girls, doing it. No.
They might be able to handle big logs. They look small, but, they probably could surprise you.
Yeah, you can overcome weight with leverage and whatnot. And, they got it down to a science.
No, it's just that was a dirty joke. I didn't mean it. Like, heavy log.
Yes, I know. Handling huge logs.
Huge logs.
Small women handling huge logs.
Huge. Fucking lumber.
Yeah.
This guy should be at a zoo.
Lumberjacking.
He needs to be on display.
It's true.
Yeah. Believe it or not.
So did you replace your Jeep yet?
Yeah.
Are you looking around? What'd you get?
No, I ain't looking for nothing. I got an '06 Accord.
Oh, okay. So you're sharing that with your wife, right?
No, my wife's got her own car.
Oh, I thought it was. All right.
Wait,
I
no, my wife's got
misunderstood.
her own car. This is the Jeep was my problem, and always we have two cars. I bought this was kind of stupid too. We got a 2016 Chrysler 200, same fine company that made the Jeep. So it's 8 years. It's 8 years old now. So it's about it's due to it's going to start going on self-destruct here soon. A couple of more years.
Yeah, that's the way of it. We only have these new cars only have a few years on them.
My experience is the first sign of serious trouble, bail. Don't buy the $1,500 axle. Don't get the fucking transmission rebuilt. Exhaust, yeah, I bought an exhaust for that Jeep. It was the last thing I bought. It was a cheapy exhaust. It had new tires and had a battery. Those are the three things I've gotten for it over the years. The battery was first, and then the tires weren't that old either. But so that makes you kind of to go, maybe I should put, they have new tires. You know what I mean? Just don't do it. Don't do that. Just give up. Walk away. End it.
Yeah, I gotta buy new tires for my truck.
Already?
This winter.
Jesus, I thought you just got that. Oh, I guess you really do travel quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah, it's almost 4 years old, I guess. So.
Oh, yeah, and you were working through part of it, right? You were going all the way to Smithfield or Scituate or whatever. Smithfield.
Yeah.
Here goes Mike Co-op.
Hey.
Here's Mikey.
Hey.
With his sideways head.
I think you guys are sideways and I'm the right one.
Now, you know what? If you put it the other way, that wouldn't. I don't think that affects the microphone at all, Mike.
You sure?
Yeah, we'll put it that way. Go normal, and I'll let you know if I can hear you. Now talk.
Hear me now? Hear me now? Here. You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's your connection. It's not your mic. Oh, whatever.
What about now? What about now?
I can hear you.
Do you have an external mic on your computer?
I heard.
Or an internal mic?
It's not a computer. It's his phone, Judge.
Oh. What do I know?
Talk some more, Mike.
As loud as you guys or no?
That's fine, yeah. So long as you don't move around. I mean, sometimes I think your Wi-Fi you lose signal and you stop breaking up when you move the thing. So
I'm gonna prop it up a little bit. Let me see.
I can still hear you fine. I can still hear you.
I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
Put a couple markers under. Yeah. Okay, you guys getting storm down here today?
I
think so.
This evening, I think.
Is that missing you guys, or are you actually getting something?
Ain't nothing here yet.
Supposed to get something. They said it was going to be the storm of the century.
Mike
then
Kennedy, all right, everybody's
like
here.
about 6 to 8 inches or something like that.
Hey, Mike.
Did it start up north yet?
It's supposed to hit late tonight and then go into late tomorrow, kind of thing. Red and milk. Red and milk.
Red and milk.
When the power goes out, what the fuck are you going to do with a raw egg?
Cook it.
Right.
Red and
You
milk.
can cook a raw egg with a candle if you wanted to.
Can you now?
Yes, you can.
What if you just crack it over the flame? There's this kind of waxy.
Hold it. Put it on your camp stove and cook it on your camp stove.
That's right. You can rig something over a candle and even boil an egg if you needed to.
Fuck it. Eat it raw. Be a man.
Yeah, I've done it. I did it in front of
Like
you.
Rocky. I know. I seen you.
Yeah.
Still have nightmares about that.
I should have had nightmares too, because that could have ended badly for me.
Yeah.
If you like the taste of yolk, if you like the taste of yolk It's nothing like raw yolk.
No, I didn't like it. I just
All
wanted
right,
to
all
gross
right. I don't
Mike
like
out.
where this conversation's going. It's too early in the morning for this bullshit.
It was kind
Good
of
for
gross,
you.
but I didn't let
Good for
anybody
me.
see me crack. Don't let them see you sweat.
Mushroom omelet, honey.
Oh, gross.
And to have
Bacon.
that.
I had bacon for breakfast. How
to
about
have
bacon?
That,
We all like bacon, right? Everybody likes bacon.
Not so
have
much
that fat
anymore.
Let's call you honey. It's worth every penny.
Dead silence.
I know
Crickets
what I
chirping.
like.
What?
You know, I've been eating lately is I'll take crushed pineapple and put it in a blender and just turn it into this puree, and it's fucking great. And it's on
And
sale.
you add
Like,
vodka to it.
well, that's a hell of a way to start the morning. It's at breakfast. We're talking breakfast, George. Good God.
So am I.
Children could be watching.
I take a pineapple, cut it up into chunks, put it in a big container, put it in the fridge, and like every day I eat like 4 or 5 chunks. And the man goes, "You eat all the pineapple?" I'm like, "Yeah, but it took me a week. You didn't eat it any. Sitting there and go bad?"
See ya.
Great. That's right. Domestic.
I'm gonna buy another pineapple.
Okay, well, how am I supposed to prevent
Domestic
that?
drama. Who's leaving that pineapple in the refrigerator unattended?
Pineapple drama. Pineapple drama.
This is a problem. It's a problem in most households. Things that go on in the refrigerator.
It's
You know?
butter.
Who left that? Yes.
Oh, you poor baby.
It's still good.
I'm gonna eat
I
dry
disagree.
toast.
It's butter.
It's too late.
All right, you can put the dry toast. Okay, butter. Butter. You want butter? Here, butter.
Nice.
Should you? Can you eat toast in space?
Bye.
Don't the
It's
crumbs
the best
fly
place
around?
to eat toast.
Don't the crumbs get out of control?
I should have walked over.
No.
They
What
get
I do is I
everywhere. The crumbs
No,
get
they don't.
everywhere.
you just gotta blast the engines really hard, and then they all fall to the back of the thing, and
There
you
you
vacuum
go.
it up. I got it all worked out.
Floor it, Mike.
No.
Oh, whoa.
I gotta get me
Hey,
one of
Mike,
them
right-
spaceships.
Mikey, you're right side up today. What's going on?
I'm trying it. I rigged it up a little bit. I put a couple markers under the phone and see if it works.
It's looking good that
Perfect.
way, Mike.
High tech.
So the original series, Star Trek, the original series, right?
Yeah.
They're like, you have like favorite lines, like a line. I'll
He's
give you
dead,
mine
Jim.
first, all right? Just so you have something to go on. The immunity syndrome, that's the one where they go into the zone of darkness, and at the end there's like an amoeba, and it's sucking all the energy out of them. Remember that one? And then they Kirk has this line. It's great. Like they said like 5 phases or something. He says that because it was draining energy. He says that thing would probably like phases. It feeds on energy. That thing would probably like phases. I don't know. That cracks me up. I love that line.
I like this one. Ugly bags of mostly water.
That's Next Generation.
Is it?
Yeah, and that was the first season. Actually, that one was kind of funny, because they go down there, right? First, they show up. It says, "Hey, Counselor Troy senses that he's hiding something, right?" He's going, "No, everything's fine. Just go away. They're just having a little problem, And so they, well, we're gonna go find out because Counselor Troy thinks there's something going on.
Hey,
We're
Troy,
coming
how
in-
about
we're-
some
we're coming down to see
practical
what the deal
empath?
is, right? So they go
How about
down
some
there, right? There's
practical
this lady.
information?
her
What is
life's
he
work,
hiding?
She's all happy and shit. She's really perky, right? Everybody's like a scientist doing shit, right? So they show up and then they dig up this thing and the machinery gets destroyed. Everybody's like at the end of the show, they're all fucked, right? But I don't know. It was just funny watching their faces change as they showed up. They were just a disaster.
Okay, I got another line that I like from the first series. He's dead, Jim.
Oh, no. I was gonna say that, not that line. I was gonna specifically
Too
say
late, you
not
didn't say
that
it.
line. I mean, outside
This
of
is
that
my
one,
chicken salad sandwich and coffee.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, the
This
tribbles.
is
Trouble
my
with tribbles.
chicken salad.
That's it. Now I'm pissed. You know, I was fine with these fuzzy things a minute ago, but now they gotta go. All right.
What about you, Mike? You can
Yeah.
you remember any lines from Star Trek?
Yeah. Fuck y'all.
Oh, that's from
What season was that?
That's the brand new
This
one,
was
like
from the
Discovery or
deleted
some
first.
shit. That's the new Star Trek, Mike.
Yeah,
It's
that's
all
right.
bullshit.
I
Bullshit
get them
horseshit.
confused. I'm sorry, I get them all
I love
confused.
science.
I did watch Masterminds last night.
You master what?
Watched Mastermind.
Yeah,
What's
is
that,
that
Mike?
fun?
That's Zach Galifianakis and what's her name?
Say no more.
Kate,
Zach's in it.
Kate McKinnon.
Oh yeah, I like her. She's
I
funny.
like Zach.
Pretty silly stuff.
Kate McKinnon. Yeah, she's hot too, but unfortunately, I'm not her
Hey,
type.
I saw her in Barbie last week.
Yeah, was it
Oh,
good?
yeah?
I saw the Barbie movie.
And you
I
admit
was
it.
thinking of you guys. Yeah, I do.
I've been trying to rent it. It's
Zach-
still $6.
Oh, well, anyway, it's streaming on some services and whatnot. But,
Yeah.
it was pretty interesting up to a point, and then it
Yeah?
got boring, and I couldn't watch anymore. But it was kind of quirky and fun, and
So wait,
of course Margot Robbie, posing in all different ways, kind of made
is she
it
Barbie?
exciting. Yeah,
All right.
one
All
of
right,
them. One of them. They have all different. She's like the original Barbie, and all the others are incarnations of
That's worth the price
Barbie
of admission.
marketing. And it was interesting to a point, and then I just got bored with it, tuned it out.
I find that true with most movies. You know, once you get the premise, especially a comedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see Oppenheimer?
No, I want to see that. I'm waiting for one of the streaming services to offer it. I'm
Good.
sure that'll happen pretty soon. But
Good.
yeah,
That's what I like
looking
those
forward to that.
I like those quirky, unpredictable movies. You know,
Yeah.
because you don't know what's happening. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You know?
Unless somebody tells
Been
you.
watching the first. Yeah. I've been watching the first season of True Detective.
That's a good one.
Oh,
It's
that's a
pretty
good.
decent.
That's a good season.
That's
Yeah.
with Woody Harrelson, right? And
Yeah.
McConaughey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. The Zach Galifianakis interviewed McConaughey. He asked him, what was the weed budget on that series?
He does look like they both look like they're under the influence.
They're both the
right
Tories,
off.
anyway. You know? All right. We caught the bad guy.
Jeez. I mean, either drinking. There's a lot of heavy drinking. God, they're always looking stoned all the time.
Yeah, they're
Jesus.
good actors. They kept their shit together for the. I'm sure there was a bit of a bong hit after the fucking, after the
Red milk.
day was over.
Milk, baby.
Get time to put the plow on the truck. Get ready for the big blow. What's it? Has it been downgraded even more? It was supposed to be like 10 inches, and now
What,
it's down
10?
to 6
Well,
inches.
let me see. The last time I looked was
What the
last
fuck,
night.
10?
So
Now it's at -3.
8 to 12 was the last I saw last night. So
I saw 6 last night on the
there we go.
Channel 10 thing.
Channel 10, nothing. So tonight, snow, then possibly snow mixed with rain. Snow could be heavy at times, low around 29. East wind 8 to 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 90%. New snow amount accumulation of 5 to 9 inches tonight. Sunday, snow possibly mixed with rain, becoming all snow after 7 a.m. High near 31. North wind 16 to 18 miles per hour with gusts as high as 29 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 80%. New snow accumulation of 2 to 4 inches. So max could be 13 inches, and what we probably will get is about 7 inches.
Who the hell are you, Frank Giorsi over there?
All I have to do is move
No, I'm
my
the other guy.
car.
No, what's the other guy?
Giorsi, man, that's like ancient, man. No one's gonna know that. Really.
No, who was the Channel 10 guy?
You did.
Yeah,
We all
I
knew
remember
that name,
Giorsi.
Mikey.
Yeah, helmet head. Yeah. I don't know, but they're like two guys with one guy has they look kind of the same, and one guy has like these freakish eyebrows, and
That's me.
yeah, but this is a young fellow with freakish and we all get freakish eyebrows when we get older, but
Mine
it's
fell
a
out.
young guy.
Why they get freaky? They just fall out.
Hey, is that hillbilly Weatherman still around? Is he still?
Yeah, what's he got to say about all this?
It's gonna be a dusting. It's gonna be nothing.
I ain't heard from him. Usually,
We're getting you worked up for no reason.
You
yeah.
ever go to a barber? You ever go to a barber and they ask you if you want them to do your eyebrows, and you're like,
Yeah, I always say no.
No.
need it?
I've never gone to a barber since I was like 10, 12 years old.
You're missing out, man. That's like great.
You have your eyebrows done by a barber?
Yeah, because now they're all like they're all 20-something-year-old girls in short pants now.
That's not a reason to have your eyebrows shaved by anybody, man.
What kind of barber shop is that?
Are you sure you're at a barber shop?
Does it come with a happy ending?
No, but it's like
Do you have to lay
They
down?
really lean.
the door, man. People with really short hair. People with no hair.
Yeah.
are going. It's the hip
They
thing.
really
now.
lean into their work, you know. I saw they had one up here, I guess, in Smithfield, where they had these cute hot
Yeah.
pants, you know,
Oh,
barber chicks with really lean into their work with low cut tops and stuff like that. And
Yeah, you can get a lap dance you can go to any strip joint and get a lap dance though, and keep your hair.
Yeah,
You can cut whatever you want.
I should go there.
If that's what you're looking for, man, you don't have to get your hair cut. You can just go get a lap dance.
I think I'll just show up like this.
yeah, you can get scalped at a strip club. Yeah, for sure.
If you find the hair, you can cut.
You take more than your hair down there. Down at the old peppermint scrounge.
How many years has it been since
little
you've been to a
manscaping.
strip club?
Oh, decades.
Decades.
Oh yeah, it was Jesus, it was 1990 something.
I had to go
Nope.
for my uncle's. I had to go for my uncle's. The last time I was at one, my uncle was getting married,
Oh, you had to, huh? You had to.
and yeah. Well, check it out. Check it out. I was there with my uncles, my cousins, my grandfather.
God.
Yeah, it was not like kind of fucking weird. Be honest with you.
Yeah, last time I went was in Hawaii, and there I was thinking I was going to see some beautiful, you know, Asian gals in the strip club because it's like a bachelor party kind of thing. Like, you
Yeah,
went-
bachelor party.
and I went in there and it was like all like, you know, Anglo gals, and like they had like one African American gal, and the rest are all these like blondie types and stuff like this. And I'm looking around and said, that's all they want to, you know. There's all these like Japanese businessmen there, and they're all like digging on blondie, you know. But they had no local gals there. It's just kind of weird. There's like one Asian businessman had this woman squatting on this, like, you know, sniff rope on the table,
Sniff
on
row.
sniff row, and she was like, you know, with her legs spread apart and gyrating like less than like a foot and a half away from him, and he's smoking a cigarette and drinking a scotch, and then every time the girl goes to leave, he takes another like $5 bill and puts it in front of her like this, and he was like that for like over an hour, just like staring right at it, like
You never seen one before.
$5, $5. Yeah, that's such a weird fucking
Yes, and he
situation.
just sat there like.
The fuck? Sniff row. I like
Anyway,
that.
that's the last time I've been. But what are you gonna do?
Oh, I got some dark stories. I'm not even gonna dig in. Fuck
Yeah,
me.
thanks.
I lived near Tijuana.
I'm sure your stories are more interesting.
Yeah. Oh, disgusting. Depending on how you want to look at it.
I just ate my breakfast.
Hey,
Let's move on.
we're all guys here, you know.
Yeah, it's not. It's still. It doesn't matter, man.
I think we're all guys still, right?
I was 18 male, and I was disgusted. So, nah, it's not anything anybody wants to go through. I went to Tijuana once. After that, I used to drive straight through. We used to go further south, like to Ensenada or something like that. Something away from that, right? It fucking all border towns are like that though, and ports too. Overseas, it's just the poor show up and try and get money off sailors, you know.
The border between
there's only one way to get sailors to give you money. You know what I mean?
The border between Quebec and New Brunswick was like that. Campbellton, New Brunswick's farthest north, right? New Brunswick is like really hung up. Like if you buy a Playboy magazine or something, they block out the naughty bits with a little black, right?
Oh,
that's how New Brunswick is.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
if you go to Quebec, you just go right over the bridge into Quebec, and then every half mile or mile down the road is another strip joint that just caters to people from New Brunswick.
Yep. Yeah. Sure.
Because Quebec, they have no morals at all.
No.
You know?
Thank God for
We don't
Quebec.
need no stinking morals.
We were on St. Catherine's Street on Easter Sunday, right? And St. Catherine's Cathedral is down there, right? But the whole way, both sides of St. Catherine's Cathedral on the road is like signs that are 2 stories up and another 2 stories tall. Naked women, fully naked women, advertising live sex shows. 32 girls on stage, counting 32 girls, and people are walking by this shit with their families all dressed up for Easter Sunday, going to St. Catherine's Cathedral, like it's nothing.
Baby.
Like they don't even care. They're not even looking up. I'm looking up, like going, "What the fuck is this? What have I walked into?"
No, the guys are trying not to look up. Yeah, I'm going to church.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
definitely
they
going
see
to
it
church
every
right
day.
now.
They're like,
And every convenience store has a porn section with marital aids and
and
videos
there's
and
no
all
little
that
things
stuff.
that are blocking out the naughty bits either. No, they're right on display.
Yeah, that's weird,
They're
right?
on display right on the street.
So, what province was that? I
Quebec.
forgot.
Civilization. That's Quebec.
Quebec.
Montreal, Quebec.
So the guys made the mistake of looking up before. They got the backhand.
That's my wife.
Yeah, there's no need for that shit anymore now that we have the interwebs. We can all do that shit at home.
Yeah, but live. 32 girls live on stage.
It's live at home too, man.
32, count them.
Sniff row.
Live-
I love
live
that.
sex act.
Sniff row.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
I never called it that. That's the first time I ever heard that, George. That's why I
Really?
laughed.
oh come on, Mike's been on about that for years.
Sniff
Yeah.
row.
Hey,
like
that's the
flipping
first
over.
time you've ever heard of that.
That's right.
Quiet.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard all those places are run by the mob.
Ooh,
Not
really?
no more.
Oh, no.
Oh man,
Mob is out. Mob's in jail. Mob's been taken care of. It's a new mob. There's no movie about the new mob.
Who was the big mob leader down there? What was his name? Began with a P.
Patriarcha,
Patriarcha. So there's a
senior
patriarcha.
and junior.
There's a patriarcha in government down there right now.
Is there?
Oh, it's a big family.
Is there really? I haven't heard.
Yeah,
I'm not that. I don't doubt you. I just haven't been paying attention. I guess.
It's a big family. Some of them are criminals and some of them are straight. Like, you know, they could have lawyers and whatnot in their family. Sure.
Oh yeah.
They could go
Like
legit.
Mussolini.
I mean,
His father was a big mob lawyer for years, and he's been in.
Just because you have one person in your family in the mafia doesn't make everybody in your family a member.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Shut up or we'll whack you.
It's a family business.
Ooh. Ooh, did I touch a nerve?
Touch this.
Were we funny? We make you laugh? Is that it?
Am I a
We're
clown
funny?
to you? Is that it?
Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I heard that. So, I know that name from my youth.
Yeah.
Utes.
From the Utes.
King
From
of
the
Mob
Utes
was
of the-
Mussolini. We got one of them in the Italian.
My mom grew up with Jackie Cicilline.
Oh yeah.
He was best friends with my Uncle Gig. And they
Okay.
used to like every weekend they had a camp down at Oakland Beach, and he used to tag along with them.
Wow, Oakland
They were
Beach.
kids. Yeah.
Back when it was nice, probably.
Yeah, it was nice. They used to go call hogging right there, and they
Yeah.
had tents. You know, they had a big giant cabin tent.
If you take
Yeah,
a bull
Oak-
rake down there now, all you'll dig up is beer bottles.
Yeah. Oakland Beach, man, back in the day, that was the place.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah,
carousel.
really nice.
Yeah.
When they lived, when
And
they had their land down there, it was really nice.
Yeah, everything
Usually-
south too. Like Narragansett Bay's the shit on our side. I fucking love the coastline. You know, all the way down to the
Yeah, I
tip.
mean, it was like these trolley services to all those little communities like Oakland Beach and oh Jesus,
Yeah, that's
Really?
before us.
Warwick
They
Neck
had a
and
market down there.
Rocky Points, and yeah, there was dozens of these little communities all the way down to Apponaug. Yeah,
Yeah.
all beach communities. Everybody would have a little vacation hut down there.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Even when I was a kid, we used to go down and go on the carousel and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
In the 70s. Early, probably early 70s, late 60s, early 70s.
That's when it all went to hell, man.
So they had their place
70s.
down there, like in the 30s, 40s, 50s, in there.
Or even back at the turn of the century. What is it? Is it Oak Bluff? No, that's the one in Martha's. There's another community down there, like the Oak Bluff community on Martha's Vineyard, that was started by like an Anabaptist cult, I guess.
Really?
But they made these beach communities with a casino. It's right after the Civil War. These people would set up these little beach communities down there for people to come and congregate and live on the beach for the summer. What the hell is that community? I can't think of it. I used to know all these little communities in Warwick. I used to ride all around on my bicycle, all these little nooks and crannies along the coast. But
Yep, you knew
geez, when
shortcuts.
you get old, you can't remember these things when you're old. You know, it's like
That's what happens. Well, my mom
start
and dad,
slipping away.
my mom
What's
and
that?
dad moved down there in the 40s, That's where they met.
I was down.
They probably shopped at my grandfather's market.
It's fruit market. Yeah.
He had a place down there in Oakland Beach.
I bet they did.
I was in Warwick yesterday at
Oh, I'm
444 Bald Hill Road.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dave.
No. It's a
You
good
go to
place.
Warwick for that?
Yeah, it's one
What?
exit down, my friend.
All right, whatever.
Which exit?
Rhode Island's expensive.
Is it
Yeah.
more expensive than the black market?
Yeah. Yep.
It's the white market. Is it white? Can you say white? Can you call it? Is there a white market? You think?
Careful, man.
Pink
Yeah, I'm
market.
being careful. Like the Chinese, when you buy things from China, is that the yellow market?
Ooh. Oh. Ouch.
Not cool, man.
Not
Not
cool.
cool.
We
We're
just
getting
lost
demonetized.
There goes the Asian
All that.
viewers.
Hey, Mike, you're the one who wanted comments. I'm doing my best over here.
Yeah, we don't want those comments.
That's the only thing you're going to get. What do you think you're going to get? Nice
Death
ones?
threats aren't
Are
comments.
you all right? What planet are you on?
Jupiter. I'm going around Jupiter.
Yeah,
They're-
that's right. They're nice up there, I hear.
See the big hurricane?
Yeah, that's a bitch. That's been going on a while, too. When's this going to lighten up?
Yeah, that's a fucking storm.
yeah. Fuck New Englanders. How about the
Bread milk to be-
Jupiterians? Fucking look what they're putting up with.
Famidorians.
There's
And they get-
was it like the ones out of the ones they call them ice giants, right? And I think it's Uranus that has they think there's actually diamonds, like iceberg diamonds. And,
It's Uranus, man. They're
yeah, that's what the
Uranus.
surface would look like if you get down there. It's like liquid nitrogen
Cool.
and diamonds, really, because of the pressure. There's a fucking landscape.
That's
man.
where I'm going right after
I
this.
know.
That's only a theory.
That's
It's
right.
an ice
I'm gonna hit the
giant. Though.
gas. Whoa!
It's like we live on a planet where there's we're an oddity because we're a planet that has molten ice. We live amongst molten ice.
Here's
And,
another thing: we're the only planet we know of so far in the universe that has fire.
Well, we got oxygen. Since we got oxygen, we got fire like a motherfucker.
Yeah, we have stuff to burn.
Yeah. But we got oxygen. Oxygen loves to burn.
Right.
Hydrogen too. That's so weird. You take hydrogen and oxygen out of water, and you got some volatile shit.
Yes.
That's the weirdest thing. The other thing that's strange is that ice floats. That's not the case anywhere else. It's just
It's like our
that's good
Yeah,
for us,
I-
but I mean that's not supposed that's wrong. That shouldn't happen.
we live amongst molten ice. There must be fair oddity, like living amongst molten iron or something like that.
Yeah.
We live.
Like Venus.
But
Venus
isn't
has
that
got
Arthur
molten
C. Clarke,
shit, right?
2010? They had to land on a comet to. They would process ice and for rocket fuel, oxygen and hydrogen.
Oh, we just got that meteorite shit back. We sent a spaceship out, scooped up some dirt, and came back with it. We got
So
it.
what was the findings?
That
Well,
was
they're
cool.
looking at it now. I don't know. The scientists went in there. They hadn't come out yet, but there's some screaming. We thought we heard screaming.
You know when there's a storm on Venus, you know why they can't find bread and milk? It's in
I'll
Uranus.
bite.
Yeah, Uranus. That's an unfortunate name. That is. It's how they even talk about that planet, But it's got diamonds for icebergs. Like
That's pretty
Diamonds for icebergs. Yes.
maybe. I mean, it's possible
cool. I want to go there.
by the pressure and shit.
Now, how rare is an element like gold, like in the universe?
Oh, there's a lot of gold in the universe.
It's rare because it's one of the last things to fuse together. You have to have a serious fucking supernova. Most stars explode. They don't get to gold. Gold's special. Those are the
So
heaviest
gold
elements.
is a product of a supernova, perhaps.
Everything is.
that-
a lot. Most of the chemicals, more than like hydrogen and helium,
Anything that ain't hydrogen
are a result of a supernova.
was forged in the death of a sun. Everything except hydrogen.
Yeah.
It's not. Ours will probably make. I don't know. Our sun won't make it to gold when it dies. It's just starts fusing heavier metals together. It starts making heavy elements.
It's gonna be a white dwarf. It's not gonna
Yeah.
supernova.
Well, we'll see
It'll
one day,
still
won't we?
produce. It'll
Oh, we
still
know.
make heavy elements. It'll be in the
I
core.
don't know.
It'll
I
be in
think
the
I'll wait
forest.
and see for myself.
We'll see.
So
We'll
look
see
at your
one day.
gold. You got a gold ring or whatever, and just imagine where it was made, and where it had to float to and to get to you. It's fucking nuts. A star.
There's gold
a
in
star
your
had a-
blood.
It's supernova, and that gold flew out there. Yeah, so that's the rare one. Yeah, it's rare just by
I shit gold.
there.
Well, you do because it's in your blood. It's all in you. You have gold in you.
How about that? So get down in there and start.
Isn't that like a
flipping through
John
it. Find
Prine song?
Find your nuggets. Find your gold nuggets.
Golden throat.
Yeah,
come
yeah.
on.
Oh, come on.
So I wish they kept. You talked about trolleys down there in Oakland Beach. I wish they'd kept that shit. I used to think going down Route 1 towards the beach, they got that medium, all that grass, right? If there was a track on that,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, Patuxent Village. It went down. There was an old trolley station that a couple of years ago. It was a beautiful old place they torn down. Warwick Neck to Oakland Beach to Rocky Point.
You know that story, right, George?
Apponog. Yeah, that was
You know
quite
why?
yeah.
General Motors. Said, pull up your.
Oh
they
yeah.
bought 'em.
Yep.
The only towns that didn't, General Motors couldn't buy their fucking rail at San Francisco because what, buses, clutches, are you fucking nuts? So no, it's no to the bus people. We're not selling our rail.
You
They
know that,
pulled it up. San Diego put theirs back while I was there. There was one that went from downtown San Diego to Tijuana, and they put that one back in, and they didn't go all the way though. They stopped down at Imperial Beach just before the border. I guess they didn't want to. They didn't want to go. They didn't want
You
to
know that,
trolley.
that brick building on Route 44 in Harmony?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That's
all
a
of
trolley.
44,
That's
right?
a trolley building.
Yeah. And there was one right up Route 6. When one went by your home, not too far, not too
Right.
many yards from your home.
That's right.
Dude, that
Going
Oakland Beach,
to East Killingly,
that
the
place went
village of East Killingly, then down into Dayville. I'm sorry, what?
I was just gonna say that Oakland Beach, man, that place went dark in the 80s. Dark,
Yeah.
dark.
We're talking the
I
90s
suppose
too.
became, yeah, because people would sell all their vacation huts and they were very, or rent them out, and it was real
That place
a
went from
low rent district.
That place went from where you brought your kids and your family and went on rides and ate fucking clam cakes to a fucking place where you fed rats and fucking.
And
That's
now,
place where you got drunk.
now it's a
Fentanyl.
place
to
where
get
you bring
drunk,
your
but-
family to eat clam cakes again.
It's gotten better now.
I got drunk
Yeah.
down there.
Well, yeah,
plenty.
it's actually coming around because the people are because of the housing shortage. Those housings are premium value now, and so people are paying good money for them.
What's the
And
name of
people
that chowder place?
want a decent
clam cake and
community.
chowder
Iggy's.
place down there. Iggy's.
Iggy's and
Iggy's,
bars, the
yep.
captain quarters.
Yeah, that's
Yep. And then
That's
they
what's
got
bringing
Top
it
of the
back.
Bay there, which is a decent seafood
It's
restaurant.
full of bull rakers. Those guys that do bull raking, they got arms the size of eggplants. They're all drunk, and they you have to be careful around those guys. I pulled a bull rake once. A guy let me do it once. I pulled it once.
Yeah,
All I did was
it's
pull
pretty
up rocks,
rugged work.
and it was a lot
Yeah.
of work. They go out in these skiffs and they just rake the bottom of Narragansett Bay all day, and then drink.
Right there at
heavily.
Connecticut Point too.
Um,
Yeah, that's pretty rugged work.
Yeah, Oakland Beach. I spent a ton of time down there. The late '80s, '90s.
in the
I don't
dark
remember.
times. That's where Dave was.
There you go. See that, Mike? Late '80s. Dave moves to town.
Fucking dark.
That's it, man.
A guy threw a
It's
beer
all
bottle
over
at my
that
head.
point.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame him either. I stood there and said, I deserve that. I did.
He could sit down and park by the water and feed the rats,
Who's got a
Like-
drink? The cops would just come by and talk to you, so long as you weren't driving. I had that big giant cooler. Remember that giant cooler I had in that pickup truck? That's why I was down there. Like I think it was. I still had the pickup. I don't remember what I was driving then. I did still have the red truck. I do remember that. Yeah, I did have the red truck.
People throw like French fries out their windows and see which rat get it first.
No seagulls, man. They get
Take
seagulls down there.
bets, man.
Yeah,
Why they
my
got
uncle
a
was-
fucking
Patriarchus
prayer on
down there
seagulls.
taking
Seagulls will eat rats. Or they'll pick them up
Taking
and
a
throw them in the
percentage.
ocean. Swim,
Seagulls
rat
are
boy.
Rats with wings, man.
That's what I like seagulls, man.
I like rats, but I mean, they just got
You like
overloaded.
mice too, right?
Nobody likes rats.
Mikey loves mice. We stayed with him, right, George? Guy had like a mouse farm.
Oh God,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they
I'm surprised to
They
see you
took-
with cats. Is that why you got a cat? You
they took
get
over.
tired of the mice?
Once those mice, they come in waves, Once they populate, and then you gotta do everything you can to get them back down to a low level, and then
it doesn't take too many weeks to get a breeding population up. They only need just like a little bit of food to go wild. Just leaving little bits of food out is plenty of food for them.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's-
like,
Was it like 6 weeks and then they're breeding and they're
yeah.
yeah, if you take away the food, you can get rid of cockroaches. Paint the place, top to bottom. And then
See, I'm more
leave.
concerned about Mike. I mean, that mice are taking up space in your car. They can do a lot of damage to the wiring in your
Oh,
car.
yeah.
You can do a lot of damage to the wiring in your house too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little fuckers. I've seen them. Like when I took a room apart in the cellar, there was some dead around the wire. They're just skeletons on a wire. You fuck. You didn't make it. But
They almost burnt your house down.
almost. Well, that wiring too. I had silver wiring. An electrician looked at it once. He went, "Oof," like that. You hate it when somebody does that. He says, "This has got to get pulled out before I put it." I wanted breakers. I was sick of fucking fuses. He says, "The only way you're gonna get break, I can't touch this." I says, "I can't, because this wiring's fucked." unless you want to get rewired. And I went, okay, I'm done. I'll buy fuses then. But oof, motherfucker went oof.
Yeah. Well,
I did that going to the
when I
plumber
had my
store
heating
too.
system
I got a
replaced.
fitting off my house, right? I went down there, I put it on the bench, right? The guy went oof, right? Then these other plumbers were looking at it. Wow, I ain't seen that. Like I had an artifact there, right? Jesus Christ! Yeah, they found one, but I had to wait for it. It was a mixing valve for the shower. And everybody was going oof and oohing and ahhing over it. Well, what the fuck? I got this thing though. Everything about that house sucked. That was a fucking nightmare.
How's the situation down there now?
Well, I don't think there's as many of them as there was.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of calmed down. Certainly calmed down around here.
What was it, last year or the year before? We had those, like, seemed like we had a super population
Last year,
of mice.
they were
Was
everywhere.
it last year? Yeah.
Everybody in town was talking about them.
Wow.
They were in everybody's house. They were in everybody's car, fucking motor,
Wow.
lawnmower motors. They were everywhere.
Sounds like I got out in time.
It was a plague.
Plague.
It was a plague of biblical proportions.
No doubt. You ever see the ones in Australia? They're like waves. It looks like an ocean of mice. They just fly over grain, everything. It's just this invasion. There's nothing you can do about it.
Rabbits, too, apparently. I just saw one about rabbits the other day. Where there's just millions of rabbits just ravaging the countryside.
Little bunnies.
Yep.
Couldn't you just dive in there and just go, oh?
Yeah, no, they're more like tribbles.
They'd probably eat you.
Yeah, I know. That would be a bad idea. I'm just thinking of the little rabbit shits and all the bite marks. Yeah.
They're all starving, looking for anything to eat.
I know, they're nasty together. They
They've
gnaw each
eaten
other's balls
anything.
off and shit. Fucking rabbits are evil.
Speaking of biblical proportions, I was listening to Jethro Tull.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
I was listening to like a greatest, best hits on Spotify.
Okay.
And of course, they play a lot of Aqualung, right?
Yeah.
And I got to thinking, I'm like, oh, this thing with all the tribute bands these days, why aren't there any Jethro Tull tribute bands?
Nobody's
can't
that good
do
of a
it.
musician.
I know, it's a tough act to
If
follow.
they can play that shit, they can write their own stuff.
Yeah.
They don't. No, there's because.
I mean, there's every other band, you know, you see.
I think
And
it's the
that's
flute
Jethro-
element. I mean, you have to really be an exceptional flautist to,
You would,
to cover some of that stuff. And
yeah, that
yeah,
was the
you could
second
be a
thing.
decent guitarist to cover a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of guitar heroes. But
He's great. That guy's an unbelievable guitar player.
That was the second thing that occurred to me. Nobody could do it. That's why.
That band
That's
for
why.
Thick as a Brick, they rehearsed for like 6 weeks before going into the studio. That's
Yeah.
just one shot. That's fucking amazing. They were talking, yeah. I listened
that's
to an
how they
interview of all
recorded.
the band members talking about making that album. That's what it was
That's-
like, is they rehearsed.
That's how they
first.
used to record.
Not even a very good place. They rented some fucking place that had like trash in it and stuff. There was like coffee cups and whatnot. They set up there and they practiced.
Ooh,
I think it was like
Frank
6 weeks
Zappa must
or
have been
4.
there.
4 or 6 weeks they practiced that
Yeah.
that fucking piece before they went to the studio.
It's
and
quite a
recorded it.
piece, too.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Spotify, I was listening. I put on. I wanted to hear an album that I hadn't heard since I was a kid. One of my favorite albums was the theme music to the movie Deliverance.
Oh yeah,
With the
yeah, that was a
banjos
great
and all
album.
That's
Eric
a great album.
Weisberg and Steve Mandel. I used to
And
have that
yeah,
album.
and that guy, whatever the other guy name was. But anyway,
Air banjo, George. Air banjo.
so after the album stopped, then they just kept playing like this set playlist of all instrumental bluegrass.
Yeah.
I listened to that all day, and it was all just instrumental bluegrass. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's a great album. You had that album, Mike?
Yeah,
I did too.
I was a kid. I'd be in my room. I had blacklight posters, and I had a blacklight on, and everything was glowing like, it was all dark, and I had the black lights and listening to that album.
It was my
I was a weird
grandma's
kid.
living room. That's the only place that had a record player. And then my dad finally gave me his. And that was one of the albums I had. I had Beethoven. It was my dad's stuff, right?
Yeah.
I had a couple of Dirty Sailor albums. It was weird. I had this old mishmash. I had Homer and Jethro. You ever hear those guys? They were like they were like two guys. One had a banjo, one had a guitar, and they did jokes and dirty songs on stage.
But
was a
Aqualung.
good one. I had the Ventures. He had the Ventures. Telstar, which was awesome. That was a good album.
So what about Aqualung?
It's one of those theme albums.
What do you mean,
Concept
theme
album.
album?
Concept.
Right?
Yeah,
They
they
used
were
to
all
call
rare back then. All of those.
Everybody was doing concept albums. back
Rock
then.
operas.
So I looked it up.
And rock,
Quadrophenia is great.
rock operas.
I'm like,
Quadrophenia.
what is this? What is this about? You know, what is Aqualung about? You guys could probably tell me more than.
It's about a
Internet.
sleazy fucker who's, sleazy.
That's what that song was about. But the album
So
was
what's-
really an exploration of this guy of Ian Anderson's falling out with religion. Really.
Yes.
I happened to listen to that album when I first heard it at a very similar time in my life, maybe like 6th, 7th grade.
Mhm.
You know, when I was hitting the age of reason and beginning to doubt all the bullshit that they had been feeding into my head since I was an infant. And I could relate. I could relate to that album a lot, you know?
It's a great album.
You know,
The,
once they tell you about Santa Claus, it all just falls apart. You know what I mean? There's just a domino effect after that. Wait, it's the Easter Bunny, fucking Tooth Fairy, God.
Yeah.
Oh
But
no.
I looked up on the internet, you know, like understanding Aqualung, and
Okay.
I got on this one YouTube site, and it was they were breaking down the music, not the concept album. Anyway,
Right.
Plus, it's an internet site. I mean, what the
they
fuck?
said that
You know,
song.
Good luck finding. I mean, you still got to take it with a grain of salt. You know. Like
Go
there's a
ahead.
bunch of
Go
shit
ahead.
about John Lennon that's bullshit.
Just
you know,
break
like he
in,
was an
man.
ad-
Just
he,
break
like
in.
he stole fucking music and all this shit.
You're not going
It's
to get
weird.
in.
Paul
otherwise.
McCartney said that he'd show up with songs and then his name would just end up on it. John Lennon didn't give a fuck about credits.
I'm a patient. They said that song was atonal,
Atonal.
meaning had no key. Like you could argue for different keys in that song, but according to this one guy, that particular song was atonal, and I had never thought about that. I always thought, a song's got to have a key, even if it changes key, it's got to have a key.
Yeah, I think I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, he said you can argue some different keys.
Hey,
They said, but according to that guy, anyway.
well, he probably has a music degree.
Yeah, it got pretty in the weeds, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
But-
Exactly.
I just had never thought about that. Like to me, like a song always has to have a key.
Yeah.
There's a change of key, you know. It has to have key, but I don't know. That was a weird thing to think about.
Reposted a performance like 1979 or 1980 of them doing that song. It's awesome.
Snot's running down his nose. That's in my head all day. That's
Me
gonna
and
be in my
Anderson
head all day, all day.
Yeah, just keep going, Mike. Just break through. Break through. You're not going to get in any other way.
I had to keep my phone sideways. When Ian Anderson toured with the orchestra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friend of Sequoia's mother, Sequoia ended up rooming with in college. His mother was on that tour, and she had to do a duet with him. She played oboe.
Oh yeah.
She said he's brilliant. He doesn't read music, but they transcribe it. You know, he's got it all in his head, and they transcribe it for him.
Yeah.
And like he told everybody in the orchestra what to play. You know, it was all him.
Yeah.
But really.
Seen that reaction video where the woman, trained flautist from I forget where she was from, but she had never heard Ian Anderson before Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
And she was just freaking blown away, you know. It's like
I seen those
she had to
videos.
keep
Yeah.
she had to keep stopping the video and saying, "What the? Huh?"
What is he doing? How does he do that? Yeah.
Ian Anderson wasn't even the original flute player for the band. I think it was Martin Barr.
Really?
Was the original flute player, yeah. And but Martin wanted to play the guitar, so Ian Anderson taught himself.
Good
to
call.
play
Yeah.
Martin Barr is a great guitar player. He's one of the top guitar players, in my opinion.
But
Jacks in the green. They are plural.
Okay.
That's from the live album. That's what he says before they play it. He says, they are plural. I don't know why. Little English lesson for the Americans, I guess.
Yeah.
I knew a guy. I got a friend who went to Scotland, and he was a real Jethro Tull fan. And he found where he lived, and he went and knocked on his door.
Really?
Yeah. And he said Ian Anderson came to the door and talked with him for like 15 to 20 minutes. And when he was in the middle of a meeting, he had architects over there and things. He left the meeting to come to talk to him at the door. Wouldn't talk about music. Would talk about fishing. Talked about all kinds of other stuff, but wouldn't. Every time he brought up music, he wouldn't talk.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's
a salmon farm.
Involved with a lot of conservation programs up there.
Yeah.
Including, like reseeding the lakes and rivers with salmon and whatnot.
Yeah, the forestation program too.
Yeah.
That's what I do with money. If I had a lot of it, I'd see something and want to fix it.
He's got a lot of land and he's fixing it.
Yeah. Cool. What else you got to do with money? Buy a yacht.
He's got that.
Yacht.
He's got yachts. He's got 10 of them.
But he's probably trying to fix the ocean too with his yacht.
How many yachts do you need, really? I mean,
just one to sail
quite
around.
A few.
If I had a yacht, though, I would fish off it. I was told by a bunch of when I worked in Newport, everybody had been on yachts and they were all sailors except for me. And I was like, they were talking about going out on renting a yacht and going out. I was like, I want to bring my fishing pole, and they're like, no, that's just not done.
What?
That's poor people. People fish off yachts.
You get me out in the ocean. I want to fish. Fuck off.
Just go with the crew.
Only poor people cast the line.
Well, that's me.
It's not done.
You want to make us look bad by bringing a fishing pole.
Yeah, too late. You're going to look bad, so I might as well bring a fishing pole and make you look better.
Some of the nicest. Do you ever see those lobster yachts? It's the same company that makes these premium lobster boats. They make pleasure craft too, and a good lobster boat makes a fine pleasure craft too. That's decked out for partying and whatnot.
Yeah, so all kinds of yachts work down there. Prince Charles's yacht. That was a big one. It had masts on it for sailing, but it was this big giant motorboat. It had a helicopter pad. Big black thing. It was really wild.
I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder, It's,
Minesweepers were pretty wild. I was on a couple of them in the Navy. They're all wooden and brass because you don't want metal. Even the crew can't wear metal. There's no metal because mines are attracted to metal. So
the Calypso is an old minesweeper.
In the back, they have lures. They actually launch lures. They go mine fishing. They troll lures in the back that sound like a ship. But the ship themselves, right? It had like this great weather deck that the captain drove like on a flying bridge, right? The bridge was awesome, right? And this one guy I knew on there, he was a signalman. He just had this little radio shack, right on the upper deck, right? And it was this. We used to get stoned in there. It's like there was one hatch, you dog it, right, and we get baked in it. And it was just the ocean. The thing was fucking great, and it wasn't huge. The engine room was like 4 giant diesel engines. That's all it was. Like anybody could work on them. I think the crew was 45, 50 maybe, right? So they were tight, and that's what they did. They're all wood and brass.
And a wild boat was
that had been a cool boat to
like
fix
that.
up. Anyway.
The Calypso.
Yeah, it's perfect boat for that.
Fine oceanographic exploration vessel.
Yes, man. Those Jacques Cousteau
Ask Steve
shows were always great.
Yeah.
That's nice looking boat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the elusive whatever. Jacques Cousteau, I mean, near the end, like that's like National Geographic used to be awesome, and then suddenly National Geographic says, "Hey, we went back to that coral reef we showed you 10 years ago, that beautiful coral reef," and then like the new pictures are just depressing as hell. It's a desert now and shit. Like that's all the issues we're starting to become. Like not how wonderful the planet is, just how fucked it is. I mean, it wasn't 8th. We went back there, and this is what's happening now. So that's actually I quit. I quit National Geographic. It did that because it was just depressing. You know, even if you get it now, it's probably not. It's I don't know. I can't see where anywhere in there's something left to take pictures of. You know. Oh, that was great.
A lot of shit left.
We'll see you next week. Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit.
If we're all
Nature
still
programs
here.
nowadays are unbelievable. You know, like Planet Earth series where they go underwater. The cameras are so much better now. It beats the hell out of those old Jacques Cousteau ones.
Oh yeah,
And the nature shows,
too.
like, not only are they like because of the cameras that can take long distance video now, the animals don't know you're there, but they also just line up the shots really good. You know,
Yeah,
like there's really good videography now.
Mike, there's a guy who jumped out of a plane with the giant camera shit, right? And to take film of other guys, you could do it with a GoPro now and have great fucking shots, right? But back then it was a big pack, and video quit. He'd done it. There was the third jump that day, and after he jumped, he realized he hadn't put on his fucking parachute. He just got yeah. That's filmed. Actually, I'll say it's a video came out this week. This guy, that Irish guy, Quixer, that Irish guy, Tales from the Bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his video this week. I went, holy
shit,
fuck! And actually, it's recorded. He goes, "Oh no! Oh God, no!" That's what he says. He goes, he says, "Oh God, no!" He got redundant. They were going to take the pilot is not supposed to let anybody jump out of the plane. It's his responsibility to make sure nobody jumps out of his plane without a chute. But the camera pack looked like a chute, and it felt like a chute to the jumper even. This guy was a veteran. He'd done it for years. That's right. I remember we had a tool in the shop, a fucking carpet knife, and we all respected it. I was careful around it, and I got comfortable around it one day, and I ended up with 9 stitches. So like that's my story of just getting comfortable around something that's dangerous. You're surrounded all the time. This guy was his third jump that day. He's done thousands of jumps, so jumping out of a plane was like nothing, and he spaced it.
Death.
Fuck. I'll put the link. I'll send it to you. I'll put it in our thing.
I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I didn't watch Faces of Death.
I hate when that happens, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that either. It wasn't that great. I wasn't even going to watch. I almost like. But I mean, all right. So I saw it. Now it's like I watched Faces of Death. I'm all fucking crazy. Yeah, you got to see it. You got to see the death, man. You got to see it.
Remember, there was always a certain kind of person that would watch Faces of Death. You know.
Yeah.
And then there was like a certain kind of person that would watch like all the way to volume 5 or 6 or whatever, you know, like.
That's fascinating, man. To see somebody's last moment, it's fucking fascinating.
The original Faces of Death. I was one of those guys who watched it. But, the original one, it's been determined most of that stuff was faked anyway. It was just staged.
Well, the ones on YouTube, there's these guys that jump roof to roof in Russia, right? And they just like film because it's like this much between buildings, but it's a big drop. And there's a couple of them where they slip. Oops. Like you can see the gloves, and then like that, like shit like that, like, and then the person screaming and shit.
Those Russian teenagers were on like one of those high tension power lines that climbed all the way to the top, and one of the teenagers was banging the power line. He got zapped, and then he dropped like a rock. Like all of a sudden he got zapped, and they caught it on film. That's the last one I saw.
Everything's filmed now. I mean, you get lost in that hole in dead. YouTube. There's a place you could go there. They'll just start recommending them to you. You'll have them all day.
I want to go there. I like ones where people are doing something stupid and they fall down but don't really get hurt.
Yeah, those are funny.
Those are funny.
There's another Russian teenage couple. I guess they're older now, but she dresses very. The woman dresses very nicely, and they climb to the tallest buildings, and they climb the spires on the top of these tallest buildings, and they take photographs of each other up there. I haven't. Yeah. That's pretty interesting.
I like there was a CCTV camera right on a stair in Russia, right, and everybody's coming home drunk. There's a lot of drunks there. There wasn't many stairs. But there's all these guys trying to make him up the stairs. It's like, come on, buddy. You know, it was great. Guy, he ended up upside down. You could just see his feet and shit. What the fuck? They were just white.
Yeah.
Vodka's very good there. Or very bad.
The drunks. No, it's just a lot of drinking. going on.
In that
A lot of
apartment building,
drinking
yeah.
everywhere.
That was funny. It was just the best stuff.
Public drinking.
Yeah,
We had a room. We had a room in this little inn on one of the main streets in Sligo. Saturday night, like people were walking by, like literally all night long, even till daybreak, just drunk as can be, like bouncing off the buildings and
yeah,
doing that drunk walk where you think you think you look straight.
yeah.
Everybody thinks I'm straight, and you're like,
yeah. Just
well,
trying to
yeah,
maintain.
Yeah, a lot of that.
A lot of that. There's a lot of that.
Wow.
There's a lot of that at Oakland Bleach.
Oakland Bleach.
Bleach, yeah.
That's a state memory for you.
Yeah, got the title.
I'm at Oakland Bleach.
Oakland Bleach.
I'm drinking beer out of my cooler at
Yeah.
Oakland Bleach.
Shit, you rats.
I'm feeding
I
rats.
was living in Warwick.
Rats are throwing bottles at my head.
Yeah.
Oakland Bleach.
Good times.
Riding your bicycle to the bar when it opens at 7 o'clock in the morning because you lost your license. It's on a DUI charge.
Try Reno. You ain't even got to wait. You just go. It's 4:30 in the morning.
That's a civilized
I'm
community.
going to go to a bar.
That's a civilized community.
Ugh.
Who are you? That guy with the tight T-shirt that says school on it?
You need rules.
He's my new hero, man.
That's your alter ego, yeah.
Cornbread cowboy. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty funny, man. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
But,
I actually agree with the closing time. It's better. Like, things get lively around 1 in the morning here, and then it dies out, and it's over. Like, if everything was open all night, then that would be going on all the time,
not for me.
So I'm good. You should be told to go home. You should.
Yeah.
You need to
Go
be told
home.
anyway. 1 o'clock's
Nobody has
about
to
right.
tell
You
me.
can still get to your job.
Nobody has to tell me twice.
Right.
Get to
You won't
bed.
be happy,
Okay.
but you'll make it.
Yeah, that's probably built into the calculus. Is it all
Call's
about
about to
getting
end.
people to the mill on time? That's all the laws are based around getting people to the mill on time.
So
Anyway, I gotta go put the plow on the truck there.
Yeah, good luck, man. I hope you guys
Big
make it through
blow
the big
out here.
storm.
Yep. See you
How long does it
later.
How long does it take you to do?
Oh, that's weird. Okay, Frozen. We'll end that way. Okay, goodbye.